on to me. I love the way you're on to me. Looking at you, looking like you're one.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. My name is Carol if you're new here, and I am doing a series about how I started my driving school, which I own with two other directors. And so I am on the second part of the series. Where did I leave you on the last video? Explaining how we found this space and how it was looking when we came in. And I want to talk to you about the whole process that we went through for us to get this space as it is now, and the people that we worked with. We truly appreciate the job that they did, because there is absolutely nothing I would change, because it's the most beautiful space I have ever worked in, to be honest. I have written some notes here on this piece of paper because I don't want to forget any of the details, and because we did this project a while back, I didn't feel like I was gonna remember everything offhand, because so many things happened when we were building the office. So if you see me looking down, please bear with me. Also, could you appreciate my makeup for today? I did my makeup today and I love it. So I left you the part where I showed you an empty shell of a building where we didn't have ceilings and the floors were just bare. There were no tiles, and we just had to come up with the floor plan for what we wanted to do. And so we drew on a piece of paper. I hope I can find it, because I want to attach the picture of that piece of paper, but if I don't, still fine. But we put all the elements that we wanted on the piece of paper, and we had a vague idea of where we wanted the spaces to be, and so called Plan Interiors, and we spoke to them and we showed them the piece of paper, and they helped us visualize the whole space and also come up with the right dimensions for the rooms. After we did the floor plan, so we started taking the measurements. Now we had to engage a contractor. We decided to do the project using EPS panels because it was gonna shorten our construction time, and also the EPS panels are very light in weight and also insulating, because I didn't want the office to be too cold, but it ended up still being so cold. But that was the idea, and that's the reason we decided to use EPS. The EPS panels are made of like styrofoam. You see those things that are usually used to cushion our electronics, those whitish things that are easily broken apart. So that's the material that is inside in the middle, and then on the sides there's some metallic mesh, and that is what is used to create the walls. And because we were not exposed to this technology before, we had to engage a contractor who is an expert in this, and so that's why we engaged Tycon Holdings Limited, and he came in and he did an excellent job. The walls are so solid and so straight and so amazing. I couldn't believe that would finally become a wall, to be honest. After that, we also had to cut the windows from the wall that was existing, because as you can see in these walls here, there were not enough windows for the rooms that we had in mind, and so we cut quite a few windows on the existing walls. We really had to think hard about the lighting. We had to get the toilets that were within our control, so that's number one. Number two, we needed a kitchenette to cook for our staff, because I didn't want our employees to keep on struggling to wondering where to buy food, because I have worked in places where there were no restaurants, or the restaurants were too expensive for the money that I was earning. That's why we decided to have a kitchen in the office. Also because I was imagining that, you know, people might want to carry food from home and then they might need to warm it, so they needed a microwave and also like the dishes and stuff. So that space was important for us. So then the next thing that we had to address was the plumbing work, because there was so much plumbing work to be done, because now of the kitchen, the sinks on the side of the washrooms and the kitchen, and also figure out how we were gonna get the water into the fish tank, because we decided to have a fish tank in the reception area. So all those things we had to think about. Okay guys, so after we finished the plumbing works, we started partitioning the office using EPS panels. As you can see here, we didn't require too many people on site because EPS panels are very light in weight and therefore you don't need a lot of manpower to do this process. This was one of the ways that we saved a lot of money and time on this project because the EPS panels took only 2 days to fit out and we were ready to start the next process. Also, can you spot the transformation after we cut out the windows from the main existing walls? Wow, the room was very well lit now and I was excited about the project at this point because when we came in, the room was very dull and dark and lifeless, but now it was looking much better.
If we're here for the same reason, and now that you wanna lay in the sun, getting love drunk, sticking like honey. Yeah, I bet you're here for some fun with that someone, feeling that something.
The windows were looking good, everything was perfect at this point and the walls were straight, so we decided to spray the concrete onto the EPS panels to make the walls permanent. After this, you can't move the EPS panels anymore, so you have to be very sure that everything is perfect at this point. By the way, before you do this process, you have to make sure that you have done the piping for the wiring, because after this you cannot start digging into the wall to do any wiring works. So that part I forgot to show you because I didn't have a clip of that process, but that's what we did. So at the same time they were doing this, they were using a dry mixture of sand and cement and plastering it onto the wet walls to straighten the walls. And after this, we only filled the walls to start painting. We cured the walls for 2 weeks and then we were ready to start working on the lighting and the ceiling for the whole office.
If you're looking for a good time, honey, I'm right here. If you're looking for the good life, good vibes, honey, I'm right here. And I'm waiting for you. And I love you in your summer skin. Looking at you, looking like you're into it. We're here for the same reason. Yeah, I just wanna lay in the sun, getting love drunk, sticking like honey, like honey. Yeah, 'cause I'm just here for some fun with that someone, feeling that something, that something. If you're looking for a good time, honey, I'm right here.
Now we were starting to do the final touches of the office, and so I went to Search Ceramics to look for tiles. I decided to go for this wooden look because I wanted the office to feel warm and cozy. So that's where I got my tiles, and then we came back and installed the tiles immediately. So then we started preparing the walls for the paintworks, and so we filled the walls with this wall putty from Crown Paints. Also the window frames for the doors and the aluminium windows were being assembled on site, and at the same time the glass doors and the glass panels were delivered on site. So from here the project moved very quickly and we were done in the next about 3 weeks.
Every touch feels like a body rush. Every breath feels like falling in love. Only you give me, you fall. Yeah. I think we're melting.
office was looking almost done, and so I went to Furniture Palace to look for office furniture, and I found a very good deal because there was a sale. You know, I like these seats, the way they have this blue. These ones are so cute. The gray and the blue looks really nice. What color is this?
Deep blue.
It's a Tiffany blue. I might just pick these ones eventually. This is it. We also went to Diamond Lighting for the light fixtures for the reception area. As you can see here, the yellow pendants have really transformed this reception space. And then I got Woodkivu to do this storage cabinet here that comes in handy right now for book storage and stationery at the bottom. And then the director's office got a focal point wall that is completely black. I love it because the black contrasts very well with the other white walls in this office. The branding was also finished. You can see we have our logo and the company name at the reception area. And also, have you noticed we have a reception desk? This was also done by Woodkivu, and it's beautiful. So once they delivered the furniture, we started coming to the office every day. We now started pursuing the license for NTSA, which was a whole other process. That took about 2 months. I was excited to start because we were broke and we needed to start making money. We had paid the rent for a long period of time without making any money when we were constructing, so we were desperate to get the students. Finally got the license, I think the 3rd week of December 2022. So we started the social media pages and I started running the ads online, and I think it took us about a week or two to get our first student. The last 2 weeks of December, I wasn't around. I was on holiday, and then we came back around 4th of January, and that's when I started running the ads, and we got the first student the 2nd week of January. So thank you guys for watching this video to the end. I hope you have enjoyed it. If there's anything you would like to know about the people I worked with on this project, you can leave a comment down below and I will respond. I will also try and attach their contacts in the description box, and I hope that you like my office and you would come and learn in our driving school if you don't have a driving license. And if you do, I hope you can come and do a defensive driving course in our driving school, because we also offer that. I will see you on the next video.
Oh, yeah.